This thing on? Hey, what's up, Untitled? My name's Ryan Miller. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Waukesha, Wisconsin. I'm just gonna tell you a brief testimony, I suppose you could say. I grew up with no God. Same with my family. My mom got into a really bad accident before I was born and lost a daughter and a half daughter. And so since that, she was put in a coma as well. And since that accident, she has not believed. And it's my mother. It was my mother, my father, my brother, two older sisters, and myself. And growing up, my parents got a divorce when I was about 4. So my brother and my oldest sister moved in with friends. They couldn't deal with it. So it was just my mom, my sister, and I struggling growing up, jumping from apartment to an apartment. I never had friends in elementary school. I was the fat kid that smelled. No one wanted to talk to me. And then in 7th grade, I found a skateboarder, and he skated by, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And so I said, I think he's cool. Maybe if I do it, people will think I'm cool. So then I bought my first skateboard from Reckless Skate Shop, and then I started skating. I skated every day, and I never met anybody. My best friend became my skateboard. And in the 8th grade, my mom was dating a guy years before, and they decided to get married. And once they got married, we moved into a house with him. And so just as we moved, so did the skate shop. And the skate shop moved right up the street. And so I became their #1 lurker. I was there every day just to buy a sticker or whatever I could, just to kind of feel cool. And at that point, I claimed atheist. I never really knew about God growing up, but by 7th grade and 8th grade, I said if there was a God, he's a jerk, and so I claimed atheist. And I must have not have known what atheist meant then, and I'll share that in a little bit. But the owner of Reckless, his name is Rob, and his dad, Roy, actually opened the shop for him. And they're both Christians. And they were constantly showing me God's love with me not even noticing. Roy would let me take out the garbage, and I'd get a deck for it. Just for taking out the garbage. He knew I was not financially well, but he still hooked me up, and it was incredible. And so anyhow, finally he said, my freshman year of high school, he said, hey, we have a skateboard ministry called Rippin' It. Why don't you come to it? I think you'll like it a lot. It's every other Monday, and it's free, and you get to skate, eat food, and hear the word of God. And I was like, yeah, free skating, yeah, free food. Ugh, God. Oh, man. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go, because I can deal with God. Maybe I'll get free stuff, maybe get, hooked up, whatever. And it was the end of my freshman year. I realized just how amazing Reckless was to me. They showed me so much love, and I never understood why. Here's this poor kid with no money, and they're buying me stuff. And they're buying me stuff by letting me do some work to work it off. And here they are inviting me to skate for free and to share the love of Jesus with me that they once were shared. And it was incredible. And I was sleeping one night, and I almost started crying, and I said, you know what? Reckless does not need to show me the love that they have been. There has to be a God. Why on earth would they show me this much love over nothing? And it was at that exact moment I just said, okay, God, here it is. Here's the words you've been waiting for me to say. I believe in you, and I want you in my life. Please help my faith become stronger. And I don't know what happened. I was just so relieved and just so unstressful. And at that point, it made me think of why my past was so hard. And that's because God knew that I would need him, and I couldn't need skateboarding or any material thing to stop my pain from growing up. I needed him. And so it all was coming together like a perfect puzzle. And from there on, I said, all right, Lord, I'm yours. Here it is. You got me. And I started going to Ripping It a lot. And by the end of my high school year, my senior year, I'm on leadership for Ripping It now. I'm a freshman in college, I guess you could consider me. And so now I'm on Ripping It Ministry doing the same thing that they were doing for me once, and it's just awesome. And my friend Kyle, who is an atheist, he showed me Josiah Gatlin's part in Who We Are, and from there on I've been in love with the fact that there are Christian skateboarders out there like you guys spreading the love of Jesus on your skateboards. And it's been a big dream of mine, and I'm willing to work as hard as I can to fulfill that dream, whether this first video is what it takes or whether I need to keep practicing, because Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper and plans not to harm you, but plans to give you hope and a future. And that verse really hits me every time that the Lord gave me skateboarding to use as a platform to worship Him, and I want to go around to these parks like you guys and do the same thing. You guys are a huge encouragement. I hope you like what you see. God bless.